Justin, what's your thoughts on the game and how it all played out today?
Mate, it's a frustrating one again, and I've got to do a good job now just figuring out the why. As we went through a huge patch there where we just couldn't create offense. And CG does CG. Like, I've been on the end where you get to celebrate those moments, but you also know that there's the ball game's still there, and I just felt like we were searching too long for offensive answers. And I've said this time and time again, I love the fight in our group. I love that we continue to challenge and we find a way to keep them to 89, which is still too high, but we sort of found a little bit there at the defensive end, but it's just that offensive patch in the second. And like I look at the halftime score, 43 against Melbourne, still a winnable position, but for us to have 28, it's not where we need to be. So that's what's first in my mind right now.
How do you think the guys can do a bit better in those moments where teams are locking it down or knocking it out or whatever it is?
Yeah, that's part of our learning process right now, is to keep trusting and believing in the things that we're doing and continuing to find good opportunities for each other. And my frustration in that patch is I just felt guys were turning down really good looks, really good opportunities, and we know these guys are doing the work every day, and it's like those moments we just got to back the work that we do and support each other with it. And just for whatever reason, it's a great crowd in here, it always is, and we just pass up a few moments. And I think when we look back at our indie clips, there's going to be those times where we could have been more aggressive.
Plenty's been made about not having Baines, but how's your other bigs gone this weekend? How do you think both of them are handled, having a few more minutes, a bit more responsibility?
Yeah, I think it's an adjustment. Tyrell, I thought, had a better performance than the other night. Tonight, he's been so solid throughout the whole year, and he's had to shift his mindset from a backup to a starter, and I think today was a step forward with him on that. Rocco's still he's 4 games into this thing, and there's so much learning and growth for him. So again, every game he's going to have more lessons than the other area, but what I love is he's coachable. He wants to get better, and this stretch is going to be good for him. This stretch is going to be great for us, and that we're getting a lot of minutes into guys that we know we're going to need as this season goes on.
And I suppose today, Rocco, everyone figured out he's a lob threat now and a backing in.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, I've said this to a couple of people, he's probably a couple of weeks ahead of where we wanted to give him rotation minutes, and so he's in the deep end and he's learning on the run, and so we're equally learning on the run of what we can throw him, what we can't at the moment. And Melbourne, the reason this club's been so good over a long time is the physicality on the defensive end, and that's good for us to have gone against it now. Now we can get better and learn from it, and that's not just us as a collective, that's individuals, and that's the way we'll approach it.
With Rocco, though, he didn't take a backward step, did he?
No.
He was really physical out there, even if his shot wasn't dropping.
Yeah, and he's played against a lot of the best players in the world for his age group as well. So he's used to having to take a step up and not take backward steps. And that's what we like in the kid. He's always going to just continue to try and get better and better. And there'll be a point where we can absolutely depend on him for huge amounts of time, and it's unfair to think that that's right now. What he's giving us is a good opportunity for us to help him grow and help us grow.
And Chris looked good out there.
Yeah, we had to get him more shots. What we get him? 5 3-point looks. The way he can shoot the ball, we've got to continue to generate good opportunities for him.
Shannon, how can the guys do better in those tough situations? And what was it like in the fourth quarter there when you got going, when a few of the guys got going right at the end?
Just staying poised. Like Coach said, Melbourne did a great job of pushing us out of our spots early in the game, and we had to do a better job of just staying composed, running our stuff, being who we are, and then letting everything else take care of itself. And I think I did do a better job of getting the guys together, making sure we're running what we want to run, not letting them dictate all of our offense, and then going from there.
Shannon, Melbourne is maybe the best defensive team in the league this season so far. What's it like going up against the guys that they have their lead to Shea Illy and these guys who get you out of your stuff and make you second guess stuff?
Yeah, they're hard-nosed guys. They don't ever give in. They're always going to compete. So knowing that, we all have to be able to adjust. It's a good test for us, obviously. Like you said, it's some of the best defensive players in this league. So it's good for us to go against this early and adapt from there now.
Shannon, how are the guys handling the adversity of the moment, missing Baines, missing guys? thrown at you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a next man up mentality right now. Obviously, when Baines comes back, it's going to make us a better team. He's a great guy for us. Does so much for us. But we know if we just continue to think about it and kind of dwell on it, we're not going to get anywhere. So we got to take this opportunity now to basically we all take a step forward, get better each and every day. And after that, when he comes back, we're going to be a better team.
What's it been like for you coming into the league again this season, but with so many younger guys both around you and against you, guys chasing NBA dreams, all the different guys you got in the league this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's I would say it's an adjustment, but I mean, I think the Next Star program is great for the league. There's a lot of recognition here, but especially for Rocco, man. I mean, he's 17 years old. I mean, I'm trying to remember when I was 17, all the stuff I would have really messed up on the court. I don't know if I could be able to do this. So, like, every time he goes on the court, I let him know, like, listen, it's your first time playing pro ball. Like, be yourself. We all got your back. Be the best person you can be, and I think he does a good job with that.
Justin, you've been on the Melbourne side of this, but what's it like for you coaching against the Melbourne side that gets you out of your stuff, that makes it really difficult to get into things and keeps you at their pace?
Yeah, it's like one of those that you know what you're going to get, and you try and put yourself in the moment where you can continue to find the counters and find ways to loosen the game up. And I thought, first quarter we actually did that. We found some good opportunity. Yep, it was a wrestle, but we were on track there. And then again I got to go back and look at the why. But having been on that other side, that's sustained pressure, and that's what we're trying to do right now is be a team that. It might be a mini run, but then we come straight back at you and we find a way to sustain pressure. And so, it's a good learning curve for us. This weekend's been a great learning. Like, we've played the two of the better teams in the comp, and we've got to take lessons from it. And getting in big holes like that, I should have gone to our pressure D a little bit earlier, but we just got to find a way to keep consistency, and I think that's what we'll learn out of this one.
United, the deepest team in the competition. I mean, they didn't seem, aside from Chris, they really spread the load, didn't they, today? Is it hard to, I suppose, cover their unpredictable nature?
Yeah, there's talent all over the floor, and we know that, and we equally think we've got enough talent to beat any team in this league. So, to us, this whole game was about us and what we need to be able to do to have consistency in it, and that's the frustration right now. And there's going to be a lot of positives out of this game for us, but there's going to be some things where there's still huge growth in the group, and we know this is a long journey for us. It's not a sprint, and that's the way we're approaching it. And I love my group. They want to get better every day. We don't hang our heads on a loss. We learn from it, and that's what the approach will take.
Justin, Josh Bannon had a pretty extended warm-up. Are you expecting him back next week?
I hope so, mate. No, definitely he's, there was a little hope he might be able to have this game as his first one, but we're pretty confident he'll be there next week. So still got a couple things to get through at the start of the week, but yeah, we'll be good. And he hasn't been spoken about too much, but it's two bigs down right now, and to get one of those back already will be a positive for us for sure.
How much do you think Josh will be able to give you, minutes-wise, role-wise?
Whatever he needs. No, we'll work through that with our medical staff. Bano's not going to be the quick fix either. Like, he's just a key piece, and that's where we want our depth and our continuity through the whole group to be our point of difference, and that's where it's just another great piece to add back. Matty Johns has done a good job as a DP, filling some void. DJ's been holding that spot down, but to get a little bit more depth in our trail big would be a good positive for us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.